Sup dickheads, Gobbo's back, and welcome to Belgium for Season 5 BPRL F1 round, I don't know, and anyway we're going to be on our qualifying lap now. This is our soft lap, so it's actually our second lap on softs, so it's a banker, and we had rain coming in the race actually, so softs were probably going to be the best tyre to start on, and here we go through Eau Rouge. You can see we're down on our previous banker lap. Starting to maybe gain on it a tiny bit, but not too much. Pretty much even on it. Not been a great lap so far, but we're going to come towards Lacombe now, braking nicely. It says we're purple, we're actually not. And through Lacombe, navigate that quite nicely, and we are still down on our previous time. Now we're up on our previous time, which is very nice. Into Rivage, second gear, holding it in second, probably a bit longer than I should have done. Third and fourth. On the curb to turn in, third gear, 102 miles an hour minimum speed. Then going up through the gears, we're starting to gain on our previous lap now. Briefly down to fifth before up to sixth, and seventh gear through Pouon. Very nice as Sinan sets a 36.1 on super softs. Coming into Fagnes chicane now. Immediately we gained so much time on our previous lap just because we were shit there on our last one. Now into Stavelo on the curb nicely, maybe a tiny bit too much. And a bit too much on the curb on the exit, but through curve pull for very nice, and we are 1.9 tenths up, so we've actually lost some time through the end of the second sector there, but coming through Blanchimont now, we are basically just a tenth up, so we've been losing time all the way along this straight, and now into the bus stop chicane. We've got Brandon in front of us, we're immediately going to gain a lot of time, 5 tenths, and now down to 4.5 tenths. We're going to cross the line and set a 46.8 as our second banker on softs, which had us in 5th place at the moment. And here we go, coming onto our super soft lap. Basically, this lap was like, if I wasn't going to get pole, I was going to bail on it at the end of the lap. As you can see, we've not had the best run through turn 1, braked stupidly early, and didn't really compensate for it at all, so we are down on our previous best time. Going through Eau Rouge and Radion, nice and smooth, but we still haven't really gained on our time at all, which is actually quite appalling. You'd expect to gain time now through Lacombe, so 100 metre board, and then on both curbs nicely, 4th gear, and then through the right hander we are 1.3 tenths up on our best. So into Rivage now, you'd expect to gain a lot of time through here as well. Up to 3rd gear slightly earlier, and then 4th gear as well. And we are almost 2 tenths up. Gone slightly wide through No Name corner there. As we come down towards Pouon, we're starting to lose time on our best. Again, you'd expect to gain time here on the super softs, but we're going to run slightly wide, so we're gaining even less time. We're actually losing it badly, and we're basically equal. We're over halfway through the lap, and we are down now on our time, which is pretty appalling. Then we're going to gain it all back through here, and at this point we probably really should be half a second up or more, but not quite. We're only 2 tenths up. Bit squirrely through there as well, so not great, and we're going to be almost 3 tenths up on our previous time. Really should be more. I should be on target to get pole, to be honest, at this point, but not to be. Coming into the bus stop now, braking. Are we going to sort it out nicely? Just, yep, on the first curb, second curb. I was going to stick with it just to see how much time I gained out of the final corner. And as you can see now, I slam on the brakes, but I still come across the line and improve, which was not what I had in mind. Basically, what I was trying to do there was, I thought I might gain time on my previous lap, and I was only about on course for like 2 tenths off pole. So I could have potentially snatched pole, as pole was settled by 5 thousandths of a second. So I could have been right up there. The plan was, if I wasn't on pole, I would have started on the softs, but as you can see, I fucked that up big time. So I am going to be on the super softs, which is not what I wanted. Let's see now how much that affects me during the race, as we eventually jump to the race now. And yep, so starting 4th on grid on the super softs. The camera is just absolutely refusing to focus whatsoever. So we've had 3 lights, 4 lights, 5 lights, and it's wag 1, and the way we dank. Matteo's going to get a better start than me. I'm probably too busy worrying about the camera to notice. And He's going to run me very wide into turn 1. Not quite going to lose a position to Mark on the inside, so we'll settle for 5th at this point. As you can see, I'm all over the place trying to move the camera or some shit there. Coming up through Eau Rouge. Kind of smooth. Mark's right behind me. Mateo's going to go wide, so I'm going to get a great run on him as Aaron's obviously crashed in Eau Rouge. Unfortunately for him. We're going to get the run on Mateo though, as they're basically 3 wide up ahead. We're going to go chuck up the inside of Mateo, and he's going to bail out of that one, go right across, and join that top 3 pack. But I think my car was lagging, so we'll let him get away with that one. And now coming into Rivage, just going to settle behind as... don't know what the fuck happened to Mark behind me then. That's probably my lag, so apologies, Mark. But yeah, coming on to lap 2 now, and the top 3 are starting to spread out. Mateo is definitely at this point beginning to hold me up. So I am thinking I will need to get by him as quick as possible. So no DRS yet, but we're in the slipstream, topping off at 280 miles an hour. We're purple, but it's not enough to get near him, so we're going to just follow him through Lacombe, and then maybe try and get close enough for Rivage. He's going to go slightly wide, but and we are going to close up a lot in the braking zone, but not quite enough to get past him. So just going to have to sit on Mateo's arse once again, and he's going to go wide or just kind of let us through out of no name, which was very nice. And we can try and set about catching the 3 up ahead, who I feel probably had better pace than, to be honest. Maybe not Sam, but the other 2. Actually, oh yeah, I'd say I had better pace than this race. And coming to the pits on lap 4, because the rain was arriving around lap 6 or 7. So going to pit now. Going to then try and go onto a set of... another set of super softs, but here is my karma for running pit assist. The upside is you never get a drive through. The downside is occasionally something like that happens and you lose a bunch of time coming into the pits. So bit of a shame there. Lost about 4 seconds, and I think you can see the range starting to come down now. I'm not quite sure, but we're going to come out in 10th place behind Mills, and not ideal. And obviously, if I was on the soft tyres now, I would be in the lead of a race, and obviously in a much better position than I am now. But Mills is going to go wide through Pouon, so we're going to get a great run on him, and we're just going to go. He's going to cover it slightly, but we're going to go up the inside into Fania, and nothing he can do about that. He's just going to settle in behind us. Interesting, Connor's actually gone on the soft, so he probably thinks the range's going to be a bit longer, but now, as you can see, you've got Brandon and I think it was Brandon and George in the pits. I couldn't quite tell. Yeah, it was Brandon and George in the pits. So they're switching on to intermediates now, I think. Interesting to see whether that's actually going to work out or not. As you can see, the times we're setting 56s, which is just a few 1 or 2 seconds, maybe 2 seconds quicker than the switch over point. So it was quite close at this point, as Mateo and I think Connor have now pitted onto Inters actually. And up ahead, Sinan has retired from a race. I have no fucking clue what's happened, as we're going to come up and he has absolutely lost it in a big way and gone into the wall at the top of the hill. I can tell you what actually happened was he crashed with Sam there. So handbags at the top of the championship there between the 2 contenders. And we're going to make a late call now to come into the pits as we slide horribly wide through the bus stop. This time, not going to get slowed down as much by pit assist as we come into the pits from 3rd place. Looks like we're going to come out in 5th. And actually closed up to Connor a few seconds there. So I probably made the call to pit on the right lap. And but as you can see, the leaders are coming across the line now, and I'm only just coming into the bus stop. So braking, or not braking enough, or going out and setting that quali lap on super softs has potentially thrown away brilliant track position, as I would be probably comfortably in the lead now, to be honest. So yeah, just another one of those things this season which I've done something stupid, which has ended up costing me in a big way. But anyway, we're going to soldier on here because we're in 5th place still, and we are behind Connor, who it's looking like we've got better pace, and as he's going to be quite tentative up the hill there. So we're in a slipstream, we're catching. He's gone very defensive on the inside, hugging the white line, so he's going to force us to go around the outside. Not going to be able to pull that one off So just going to once again tuck in behind him. Trying to cross the line a bit through here, as you can see. But just not quite close enough. Not really going to get any sort of run out of there. So now we're going to switch to lap 10. Still in 5th place. Still right behind Connor. Can't do anything about him. Gets so close to him in the braking zone there. And so let's see what we can do about him going up to... Oh my god. So Sam is now out of the race as Connor goes horribly through Eau Rouge and up the hill there. And there's Sam's car on the right hand side. He's had a collision with Luke. So both championship contenders are out. And absolute scenes at Belgium here. I was fucking laughing my pants off. And as Connor goes wide through Pouon, going to get a run on him. Actually going to go past him. He's going to hold out the inside. Fair play. He's going to keep that one. He was probably shitting himself because I was lagging everywhere this race. But we're still in 4th now and still all over Connor. And we're actually catching Matteo in front of us. So despite the fact we're battling and seemingly stuck behind Connor, we've both got good pace in comparison to everyone else. So, yep, that's something. And so as you can see now, Luke is going through the bus stop as Connor goes so slow going out to Blanchemont then. I don't quite know why he was going that slow. But as you can see, we are now already in the bus stop as Luke crosses the line. So we're definitely catching him. And we're almost on the straight at the same time as he is. So maybe closing about a second a lap at this point towards Luke. So it could be argued we would be right maybe on him at the end of the race. You can see Matteo bridging the gap between us. As Connor's going to go really wide there. At the time, I didn't really suspect anything. I thought he'd gone wide, so I was like, happy days, take that position. Up into Rich, up the hill, can finally drive away and start setting about closing this gap to the two in front. But then I'm going to lose it, going through Radion, and he's going to get a big run on me, but not quite going to be enough. As you can see, he's not really closing. And then 3, 2, 1, look behind me. His car is spinning all over the place, and that was my lag. So again, apologies to Connor, my lag killed him for another race. But yeah, I'm not quite sure why I was lagging quite a lot recently. I've tried to sort it out, tried my best to sort it out. But yeah, as you can see at this point, we've caught Matteo. We're only 3 point whatever seconds behind him, 3.2, and the top 3 were on the main straight at that point. So absolute scenes, probably calling an 8-second gap to Luke at most. So at this point, I was really starting to consider the race win was on, despite the fact I should have probably already been up in the lead at this point. And we're going to come through Eau Rouge, and we're going to go on the grass and slide hopelessly towards the barrier. I was shitting myself at that point, but luckily we've got away with only front wing damage and haven't ripped a tyre off the car, so we live to fight another day. So lap 15 now, coming into the pits. Any hope of a race win, unless the rain fucking starts falling at this point, is gone. So Matteo is coming in for wet tyres. I am also coming in for wet tyres and a front wing change because the rain was getting heavier, so I thought, fuck it, might as well change and see what happens. And gonna get held up in the pits even more by George coming in for wets. So it looks like we're gonna come out in 5th or even 6th place, as Connor's now gonna get past us. So very, very not ideal there. 6th place, not great, really. After that stupid mistake in quali, going out on super softs and finishing that lap, should be in the lead, to be honest, especially with Sinan and Sam out of the race. And there we're going to get a 10-second penalty for corner cutting, going across a chicane, despite really slowing down. So if that would have made a difference to my race position at the end, I would have queried it and tried to get it removed. But as it will transpire, it did not really make a difference to my race at all. So we are now in 5th place. We've got George all over us at this point. But I think we're actually going to start pulling away from him as well, as there's a car gone off here, Brandon, from 3rd place. So just as it was looking like he might get another podium, he's bottled it, so quality job from him. And we can start setting about catching Connor, who is a good corner ahead of us in Pouon. And we have caught him quite a lot. I can tell you the previous lap we were right on him, but we've dropped back a tiny bit. So it looks like Connor's going to claim that third place. Luke wins. Very well done to him on the perfect strategy and kept his head. Matteo crossed the line fairly close behind him in second after he switched to the wets. So I think at this point, for the last maybe 4 or 5 laps, the wets were the quicker tyre as I go sliding wide and probably proved myself wrong there. But Connor's going to come across the line and get third. I'm going to come across the line, finish fourth on the track. Got a 10.5 second gap to George, so kind of waiting anxiously to see where I'll end up. But he had a 3-second time penalty as well. So all well and good. Finish fourth. Really, I shouldn't have had to make that extra stop at the start. So should have won another race where I messed it up for myself. But never mind, going to try and get Italy out as soon as possible. And at least it's another top 4 result. So going to start climbing the table hopefully. And yep, cheers guys. Thief out.